Hi, this is Joseph. Today we'll be talking about the R1 success story. Now, this one is a little bit tricky, it's a little bit more unique because it is an uncompensated position. Most R1s, almost all non immigrant visas require compensation by an employer. This religious visa, she's coming as a missionary. The church does not intend to pay her and she doesn't need the salary, but will that fly with USCIS? We're gonna dive into that a little bit more specifically. So in this case, it's a church. They are trying to bring in a minister that's gonna be primarily doing publication work. And she actually has an immigrant visa in process. Her sister petitioned for her years and years ago, and she just needs to be in the US for 5 to 10 years. She's already like 40, 50 years old, and her family wants to be here. Now, she's been working as a publishing minister back in her home country for many, many years, and they have a sister church in the US. They have multiple branches. It's a small little local church. The trickiest part came down to two things. What was her salary going to be? And if she's not going to receive any salary, how is she going to financially support herself? There was a request for evidence, and there was just so many extensive documentation that we needed to provide. First, on the uncompensated missionary aspect, USCIS has four elements in order to bring somebody over on an R1 visa that's not compensated. The first element is that there must be somebody else that was brought over on an R1 visa, whether it's compensated or uncompensated. So if the organization is doing it for the first time for an R1 application, then you can't qualify. The second thing is that there must be it must be part of the religion. It's traditional for people to be uncompensated as a missionary. The third element is that there's a formal training in place for these uncompensated missionaries. And the fourth one is that participation in these kind of uncompensated missionary work is part of the religious development. So that is the essential elements, and it was extremely difficult to prove all four of these for this particular case because the first R1 that they petitioned was like 25 years ago, and we had to dig through all that paperwork to prove it. We didn't even have any receipt numbers. We just like, oh, if there was this person that came on this organization. Hopefully USCIS was able to find that. So once we established that this is part of the church curriculum and they qualify and she doesn't need a salary, USCIS started to challenge, well, how is she going to survive? Is she going to use US benefits? We pulled all the deeds from her from around the world. We have friends and family write all these affidavits from across, from people in Asia saying that they are supporting her, that they have been supporting her, and all the documentation of them giving her money and wire transfers, and also just the fact that they have enough savings in their bank account. Not much, but enough to live on. She has a place to stay. Her friend is letting her stay. I mean, when you go into missionary work, you're not trying to live lavishly. The car that you're gonna have, the things that you're gonna eat, it's very, very basic. But again, for our client, they just want to serve. They want to be here with their family. They want to be a part of the church community for a couple years, and then when the priority is up, then they can adjust and get a green card. So that was the R1 application. We filed it, it got approved. It is super rare to get one of these approved. So many people try, but because they lack one or multiple of the elements, they just don't qualify. So I was super thrilled that I was able to help this little tiny church on the East Coast be able to bring over a minister in the publishing department that's not even a minister. If you guys have any questions about R1 application, feel free to reach out to me. Love to have a strategy session with you. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.